Everything is working as expected. Now we are going to create a few more files. First one is for schemas. And the second one is for routers. In here I'm going to create a new directory with name of routers. Inside this router we are going to have a file called hero. All the routers of our hero is going to be in here. Okay, this is our root router. We can make all the routes in here. For example, route for creating a hero, updating a hero, or deleting a hero, we can make all of them in here. But to make clean architecture, we are going to delete it and use FastAPI router. Okay, so let's use it. In here, from FastAPI API router, create a router. Here I am going to create a post request to create a hero. So let's create it at the rate router.post, and here we need to put the prefix, which is going to be /, and the next one is going to be response model. Here the schemas comes in. When we are going to get data in our body of the request, at that time we are going to need this response model. So I'm going to create that schema. Name of the schema is going to be hero, create hero, and this will be subclass of SQLModel. Now we need to define all the properties or all the attributes we'll have in our hero. So first one is name. This is type of string. The second one is age. Let's make it optional, and this optional is going to be imported from typing, and this age is going to be optional integer, and default value will be none. This is default value. If you don't want to put any default value, just get rid of it. If you don't want to make it optional, then you just need to get rid of this optional. Okay, so this is how it works. And the last attribute is going to be secret name. Here I have created schema, create hero, and now I'm going to import that schema in here. So let's make it. From schemas, import create hero. Here this create hero is going to be our response model, and this is going to be a function create hero. Actually we already have name hero in our file name, so we don't need to put hero in here to make it more logical. And here we need some parameter. The first one is going to be hero. This is also we are going to import from schema. This is going to be our create hero. Okay, the next one is going to be session. Now we need to create a variable. This is actually type, so we need to create this type. Since we didn't create it, so let's create this, and in here let's make it session def is equal annotated, and make sure you import this annotated from typing, not from SQL. Okay, SQL annotation. So I'm going to select it typing, and annotated in here you need to put session comma depends, and this depends is going to be imported from FastAPI get session. Make sure you import this get session as well from database. We have created this get session earlier in this tutorial series, and we are not going to call this function. Actually, we are going to just pass the reference of the function. So let's get rid of it as well. Here still getting errors. It will be third bracket, not the first bracket. And this session we need to import this session again, and this session we are going to import from SQLModel. And here we need to do something in the function. For now I'm going to just pass. Now we need to create a model. Model is the type of schema that we are going to save in our database. Okay, so here we are going to define. Actually, let me show you in browser. Once you go to this learn FastAPI learn tutorial, in here you can find this SQL relational databases. Here you can see all the details about the project we are about to make. This is the model we are going to create. We are actually going to create a database or database table for this hero. So this hero will have ID. Let me copy this. Actually, let me make everything in comment. I'll do it by myself just to explain everything. Class hero. The class is going to be hero, and we need to extend SQLModel, and this is going to be a table. Table is true, and in this class we'll have ID. Every hero will have an unique ID. This is type of integer. Either it is integer or none. And we need to use this field from SQLModel, and it will have a default value of none, but I can make sure none of the hero will be ID of none. Actually, this is where the primary key comes in. When you set primary key true, then it will increment by 1 automatically. For example, when I'm going to create the first hero in the database, by default it will set 1 as an ID for that hero. After creating the first hero, we are going to create the second hero. It will assign 2 as an ID for the hero automatically. After all, we need to create name. This name is not a unique field, so let's make it string and field, and let's set index true. Age, for age we need to set age integer. This is a type of integer or none. This is actually optional field. You can set none or integer, but default value will be set to none. Index is going to be true. Now the last one is secret name. This is string. let me get rid of this. We don't want any reference now.